Hello friends and enemies, welcome back to Weekly Allowance, where we cope with existential dread by buying toys. And what a fine time it is to have existential dread. A fine time indeed. Today we are looking at the Cosmic Legion's OxKrewe wave, Uularia Speer. So we've already taken a look at her husband Velok. Or have we? I don't know when this review is going to be published. It might be published before the Velok review. That's the kind of uncertainty you can find here at Weekly Allowance. But anyway, the point is that I know kind of what to expect because she is another character with this suit. I went through Velok and it was a learning curve with his suit. It'll be basically the same as Velok's, I believe. So as with most of the rest of this wave, there's this green and purple color scheme on the box, synopsis of the story, information about our character, and all the figures in this wave and others on the back. So with Velok, we noticed right away a pretty big QC issue. I don't see anything like that on her yet. Hopefully she's all good. However, there were some issues with Velok's suit. Since she has, I think, the same suit, we might run into the same problems. Just like with Velok, very heavy figure. I don't notice anything amiss with her so far, so let's get her out of this plastic. Alright, let's look at Uularia. Uularia. I thought that the suit would be exactly the same, but it's not. There is a fair amount of reuse, but let's bring her husband in to compare. I usually do this later, but I mean, it makes sense to do it now. Her suit is definitely lacking some details to make it a little bit more streamlined. More feminine, I would say. She doesn't get the sliding pauldrons, which is kind of a shame because I really like that feature. Yeah, I'm kind of missing them on her. I know it gives her a more svelte figure. I mean, as svelte as you can get in this suit, but I do really like these. The engineering and the look of these, so I'm missing that on her. She's got a different little communicator here, a different intake, whatever this thing is. Definitely a different belt. So his belt has pegs where you can put items on or remove them. Hers is just already assembled. It's all one piece attached together. I don't think you can you can't take any of this stuff off. And it's also attached to this like a thigh guard type thing in this crotch piece. He doesn't have that. And again, I think that was a decision to keep her more slender looking, a little bit more feminine. I don't really know how I feel about that, yet. The thighs are different too. You can definitely tell back here the clasps on his are pronounced, hers are more inverted. So yeah, I mean, part of me appreciates the fact that there are so many differences in what I thought was just going to be a copy-paste of this suit. But I am missing the pauldrons and the gadget belt on her. Since she's wearing a spacesuit, a big bulky spacesuit, I didn't necessarily need it to be slenderized. But yeah, it's still cool. It's still an interesting design. So I kind of have a soft spot for Velok's armor because it's blue, my favorite color. But this is a really nice shade too. It's a mix of purples, maroons. They don't work quite as well with the orange of her head because blue and orange go together so well, but still a very pleasing color scheme. We get some little details here and there. We saw this on Velok too. These little emblems on the shoulders. Lots of rivets everywhere. If you look up there, you can kind of see the undersculpt, like the under armor. And you can also see underneath all these gadgets on her belt, the belt kind of crisscrosses a little bit, which is a neat touch. So with Velok, we had some QC issues on the head, but I don't see any on hers. She is flawless. Nice full lips. Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's Maybelline. I mean that literally, maybe she is born with this lip color because she is an alien and she's already like orange and red. Or maybe it is some kind of makeup. She does seem to have extra shading on the eyelids, so that would point to makeup, I think, but it's hard to tell. Velok had these stripes too, and I wonder what purpose they serve. They're part of the sculpt. They're not just painted on. So let's go ahead and look at our articulation. Head is just on a ball joint, so you get all sorts of movement, but there's also a hinge at the neck. Ooh, it is tight. you could literally see the paint flaking off that joint. In addition, you get a swivel. So since she doesn't have those pauldrons, you don't need to worry about having to get anything out of the way when you're moving her arm. Swivel and hinge at the elbow. This gauntlet also moves as well. I don't know if it's meant to. I don't think it did on Velok, but maybe I just did not discover that. Swivel on the wrist and a hinge. I don't know which way the hinge goes. Looks like it goes side to side. With Velok, we had a joint at the torso, the upper torso. This part moved. I don't think she has that. What I'm seeing with her is just the joint at this waist piece here, which isn't bad. It's just she gets a little bit less articulation than him, I guess. Leg up to the side. Much like with Kern Ray, she can't really kick back that much because the butt plate gets in the way. Knee, a little swivel on that too. Then big joint and rock at the toe. In addition, Velok had a toe joint. She does not. That is all one piece. So not only is she missing some spacesuit bits, she's missing some articulation bits when you compare her to her husband. I don't mean to sound like I think that she was an afterthought. I don't think that at all. I think all the choices they made here were purposeful, but I do kind of wonder why. It just seems like there's a little bit less care that goes into her suit. I haven't opened Orvar yet. He's the third one in this wave with a similar suit. So I don't know if his is going to be more like Velok's or more like hers. I'm thinking it's going to be more like Velok's because he is a male character. But he also is a different species. He's got a different body plan, I suppose. So we'll just have to see. Yeah, I'm just missing some of the touches on Velok's armor. That made it pretty cool. So let's see what else she comes with. One big thing I want to talk about. We discussed this on the Velok review. So this piece. On Velok, it comes out really easily. So this backpack slots into here, and then when you go to pull it out, it looks like it stayed in, but I did feel it moving a little bit. Oh, yep, there it goes. So yeah, I really don't understand. It was the same on Velok. I don't know if this is meant to be glued in. It kind of seems like it is. But on Velok, when you go to put this back in, it just wants to fall right back out. On her, it fits better. It's not falling out, so I don't think it'll be a problem on her, but on him, it definitely is. So she gets this backpack piece. She also gets this collar piece. And like Velok's, it's just held on with tension. It looks really good in conjunction with that backpack. I do enjoy the silhouette it gives her, where it's got kind of a cowl almost look behind her. Just accentuates her head a little bit more. You also get a clear dome, so she's ready for Thraxon's inhospitable environment. But I like these without the domes. Like her husband, she will come with this flashlight type thing. It can be plugged in right here. She'll also come with a blaster. Velok's blaster is cool as heck. This one is a little drab. Like his is kind of bronzy and very shiny. This one's just like matte gray with some rivets. It's kind of like comparatively boring. I don't know, the more I look at her, the more it seems like there was definitely a favorite between these two. Maybe I'm being unnecessarily harsh. So that's not all. We also get this secondary clamshell full of things. Lots of hands. She comes with a lot more hands than Velok. All right, so let's look at these hands. She comes equipped with grasping hands on an up and down axis. Trigger finger hands, more trigger finger hands, and those are on different axes. And then yeah, more gripping hands that go palm up, palm down. Interesting that she gets so many more hands than Velok. I guess that's just because her hands are smaller. She will also come with one of these tubes, just for flavor. You can plug it in pretty much anywhere. Create some asymmetry, just create an interesting look. She will also come with an alternate head. Got the same kind of sculpt, the same kind of expression, but it comes with this helmet piece. You can see here that she's got a bare neck. You can take that out and replace it with this neck. Can I do it? Oh, my hand isn't very strong. So in addition, I believe this should be a faceplate that you can remove. Yep. And there's an alternate faceplate to either give her a masked look, or you could just make this into a different character entirely. I like the look with the helmeted head. And the last thing she comes with is this buzzsaw. This part comes out. I don't know what good that does you. Yeah, just like a sci-fi buzzsaw, she's sawing away, trying to salvage things, trying to build a base camp. I guess it goes like this because she holds it like this. But as with Velok, the fingers are very stiff, and her arms can only go inward so much, so it's gonna be kind of difficult to have one hand on this handle and the other hand on this handle. IMO. I just tried and it actually might be downright impossible. I don't know. I don't want to say that it's impossible because I gave up pretty quickly, but it is, if you do plan to have her hold it that way, it is going to be difficult, I think. So I also wanted to go ahead and open up this Campside collection. So let's do that very briefly. This was part of the all-in wave. I think you could order it separately too. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. It's basically just an accessory pack. You get lots of these little tubes. All the tubes you could want. As long as you want 4 of them. Tube. There's this thing. This what looks like a generator. A mini fridge. And a little lunchbox. I'm just kidding. I don't think that's what these things are. This for sure, though, is a generator, though. It's very light, very nicely weathered, rusty. It's got real spinny wheels, some kind of data readout right here. This moves within the chassis. So, oh, yep, there, it can come out. That is cool. So you could have this as 2 different pieces, or you could slot this back in. Very neat. Let's look at this thing. It opens. It's a big chest, basically. So you could put some accessories and stuff in here. Again, nicely weathered, kind of beat up. The paint has chipped off. I like this honeycomb pattern. Just really nice pieces. Don't know what this is supposed to be. Another chest, I guess. I mean, they're your toys. You can have them be whatever you want them to be. And then we have this, it's got a hinge here, so maybe it opens up. Oh yeah, it's like a portable computer. Got some more readouts. It's all in an alien language. Cute little keypad. I like this thing. It's very retro, futuristic, very alien coded. So yeah, just a cool little accessory pack. A lot of neat stuff in here. Doesn't really do much, but it is cool that these can open, this can slip out. This is like a whole little thing. It's more than just a little, you know, there's more than meets the eye with this. So once again, here is Uularia with her husband. They look really good together, make a good set. Her skin is a little bit more vibrant, I think, than his. Actually, everything about her face is more vibrant. His colors are a bit more muted, but hers are pretty intense. Here she is with the scape back, one of the hazards of trying to survive on this planet. Here she is with Wasteland Scavenger Kern Ray. Again, the proportions on Kern Ray just look larger than the other figures we've seen so far. Her head is just so much bigger. But like I mentioned in the Velok review, they are different species, so it's not that bad. Here she is with Wasteland Neil. He fits in pretty well, actually, but he is a little alien guy, so that makes sense. So yeah, Uularia looks really cool. A little bit less going on with her than with Velok. I am interested to see what Orvar's suit is like. To be honest, Orvar gives me the creeps in a big way, so I'm a little bit trepidatious about opening him, but also interested. But yeah, she's a really cool figure. Love this color for a spacesuit, and this Wasteland Campsite pack is really cool too. I'm guessing that Uularia is probably one of the less popular figures in this wave. That would just be my guess. I definitely don't know if that's true or not, but she is a female figure, which people tend to like less, I think. We already have 2 other figures in this armor, so the armor for her isn't necessarily a selling point. The other female figure we get in this wave is a real badass in comparison to her, and that's nothing against Uularia. It's just like Kern Ray is so cool. And then you've got like cool little alien dudes. I guess in comparison, Uularia is just kind of less interesting, especially compared to Orvar, who terrifies me, honestly, but is more unique. And then Velok, who is like obviously like main character coded, even though she's got, you know, similar armor. But that's me just completely running my mouth. I have no idea if that's true or not. I think she's pretty cool anyway. But so far, I mean, it's hard to beat Kern Ray. She just looks so cool. Anyway, as always, likes and subscribes are very much appreciated. Comments are more than welcome. And I will see you guys on the next one.